Hey everybody, today we're going to be unboxing a UPS battery backup system from Tripp Lite. Alright, so in this box we have our battery backup system here. It is going to be rack mounted in my cart. So if you're interested in learning about one heck of an awesome equipment cart, you can check out this playlist, which takes us through the build process of building this cart from scratch, designing it, and bringing it into life. So I work as a multicam director and engineer for live video streaming and production, so you can check that out. This is going to be another complementary piece of the puzzle fitting into that cart build series. This is, like I said, a battery backup so that my carts can be unplugged, hopefully not for too long. And if we do have some sort of power outage, I could use these, as a backup. So that's what they're for, to kind of preserve the power and make sure everything's good. Now, I also want to preface that I have a voltage regulator built into the carts as well, because we got to make sure that the voltage is consistent. And so we'll look at that in another video and talk about the power management system that I have there. But without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. So this is the Tripp Lite system. It cost me about $230 at the time of purchase. It does up to 900 watts of rack mount power, essentially. And so there are two ways of mounting this device. It is with these wings here that you see on each side, or it can be mounted in this vertical position if you're up for that and want to do that. So in my opinion, if you're going to buy this device, you'll probably want to install it into a rack system. If you don't have a rack system, there are cheaper options. I have one actually sitting right behind my camera here that I use for my computer backup. So I don't know if you get any added benefits to having this other than it having the spots for a rack system. So anyways, let's do the unboxing. Now this is a battery, so it is quite heavy. Oh yeah. The main box out of the way, here we go. UPS system, Tripp Lite. Yeah, it's really for blackouts or power outages or power surges. So this can protect you and give you some backup timing. There is an LCD screen. It is a 2U rack unit, so it takes up 2 spaces in that rack system. And basically the box just is rinse and repeat across the whole box now. I remember from the first time, I actually had one more of these that I ordered, and they use glue for both boxes, so we can go ahead and open that up. All right, it comes with some extra cables here, which we'll get back to. I'll set those off to the side here. It does have some foam protection along the way. Instructions. So in each one of these side panels foam cases, there is the wing or the ears, I should say, for the rack system. There's one, and there's 2. Cool, so get rid of those. Progress. All right. All right, so the back of the port, we have 2, 4, 6, 8 plugs here, RS-232 connector, a USB, I guess, for firmware update, and an in and out for Ethernet, because I guess you could also protect your power surging over that. Get rid of that plastic. There's a little note here, the serial number that it was tested and went through the rigorous processes that they do for quality control, which is great. And this is the device here. So we'll take our wings, and I'm actually going to install them because that's what I'm going to be using it for. So depending on your application, you may want this set of wings, or you may set it up in the vertical orientation. So now we've got everything broken out here. We have screw bags, we have our 2 wings. So we've got to look at which way the LCD screen is on. So it's actually on this side here. Let me show you that. Oh yeah, there it is. So I'm going to make sure that the wings are on the front. Obviously that's where the mounting points are anyway. So we'll take our first piece and kind of slide it in. There we go. Now you'll notice that there are 2 sets of holes on the top. Hopefully you can see that okay. There we go. That's probably easier to see. So we're going to be using the outer holes, and we'll take these and we'll screw them in. Now I also remember from the first time I set this up, there is quite a good amount of tension that we'll have to put on these screws to really drive them in. So make sure you have the right size Phillips head, because this device is heavy, I'm going to go ahead and get all 4 screws done on this side before moving on. So there are 2 different types of screws in the bag. It's going to be kind of hard to see. I'll see if I can bring this up to you, but there is a true flathead, which is on this side, and then this one has kind of a bulged head. The bulged head ones are for the non-rack setup. So if you're doing that vertical setup, you'll want to use that screw. But if you're like me and you're going to put it into a rack, you'll want the flat head ones. And we'll install those right now. Upgraded screwdrivers once again. We're on a regular Phillips head. Oh yeah, that's much better than trying to mess around with the tiny one. So there's that one. Cool. Like I said, I'm going to do this side now. This side's a little different. Let me see if I can get a good angle to show you here. There we go. So there is a little plate that's in here already that we need to pry out and get out of the way so that that ear clips onto the other side. So I'll take a screwdriver and I'll just pry up that. There we go. 2 little pins there that you got to pull out of the holes. All right, so now we'll get our other ear. We'll put it like so. Oh, and of course there's that same system on the opposite side. So I am gonna have to flip it twice. So, and yes, this guy's heavy, so don't scratch your desk if you could avoid it. So we're gonna pop this guy out. And if you have a flat head, that would be easier than trying to do it with a Phillips. But remember, the bulge heads are not the ones you want. You want the regular flathead ones. Okay, one more flip. That's it, folks. We got our ears on. We can go throw it in the rack. So, okay, so there is a manual here. Let's go ahead and go through that as well, just so you can see what that's all about. What also they offer, what other products they have or whatnot. You can visit the Tripp Lite website. Let's see, cables. I think this is all in Spanish, okay? What about this one? Register free Tripp Lite product. So for a chance to win, you could register your product if you'd like. And then this is the UPS instructions manual, how to install, do all that kind of fun stuff. This would be good if you would like to read and make sure that you set up your device properly. So thanks for watching this unboxing. I hope you learned something interesting about this product. I hope it helps you out getting a feel for what this can do and how to use it. So if you're interested in seeing the cart or the other projects that I have, visit the Hacking Hollywood YouTube channel, and we will see you in the next one.